Hello beautiful people, I hope you're well. My name is Sonia, also known as SG from Let the Lady Speak podcast, where we have healthy discussions about life, love, dating, and relationships while promoting self-love and healing. Today we're going to talk about Mr. Corey from Ready to Love DC. He is a cast member who has already been sent home, but I just want to talk about Corey because Corey has done a few interviews and I just want to address some of the things that I have seen. But first and foremost, welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, please consider subscribing if you like the content. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm glad to see you. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you. Okay, let's get into Mr. Corey. Corey's a 40-year-old male who is a gym owner, so he's an entrepreneur. He said he has the 3 6s. He has a 6-pack, which the fact that he takes care of himself is really good, because you never want to end up with someone who refuses to care for themselves and then you become a caregiver early on because they refuse to care for themselves. So I think it's good that he takes care of himself, okay? But he has 6 figures, 6-pack, and he's 6 feet tall. Corey did a lot of antics, but I just kind of want to give Corey a little advice. He has a show called First Date King. He's been on 101st Date. He does a lot of social media dating. What he's really promoting is being creative on your dates and thinking outside the box, which I think is a lost art, right? And I think it's a great idea. Here are the positives about Corey. That's number one. Number one, he thinks outside of the box. He comes up with great ideas. He tries to find ways to make you feel special. The problem is, it comes across inauthentic because he does it for everyone and he doesn't communicate his intentions well. The other good attributes about Corey is that he's funny. He can make fun of himself. He's the life of the party. He's a little goofy. He's quirky and awkward, but it can kind of be endearing. Also, he's good with his hands. He fixed Momin's car for her or changed her tire, which a lot of men cannot do these days, that I've seen anyway. And he has another channel where he's doing like some construction around the house. So to be an entrepreneur and still be a hands-on guy, that's a great asset. That's called being real rounded, and that's good. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and he seems to be a hopeless romantic and to be extremely romantic. The issue that I've noticed, like in his interview, he did an interview with Reality Talk Crystal, is that he would not, for one, he wouldn't listen. He won't listen. Even on the show, everything was everyone else's fault. Like, he wouldn't listen to understand what anyone has to say. He didn't communicate well. Again, as far as like his intentions and what he really was trying to do, he won't take constructive criticism and feedback, which if you feel like you don't know why you can't do well on your second or third date, then maybe you should listen to people who are sincerely trying to help you. And it seems like he lacks substance and direction. You don't know who he is. That's one thing. It's like, who are you exactly? Who are you, Corey? Who's the man? What do you care about? What are you passionate about? You're like, okay, I thrive in the first date. But people are dating with intention in their 40s. No one is just trying to date. Like, it's great that you can have a great date, but who are you, the man? What do you value? What do you care about? What are your dreams? What do you want in a woman? He's yet to answer that for anyone. He just said, I want to ride or die. Well, what does that mean though? And what comes with that? Do you just want a woman who will stick with you forever? Like, does she have to be a good person? Does she have to have integrity? Does she have to be nurturing? Do you care about any of those things? And he didn't make that known with anyone. And there's also a small integrity issue. And I say that because he was dishonest, and he wasn't completely honest with Momin when she was trying to ask what happened with the cards that he gave Courtney, you know? So being dishonest is a turnoff, you know, especially early on. Like, you had 2 women who really would have stayed the course with you or with him. I'm not talking to him directly. Who would have stayed the course and who became interested because he showed interest, but there was no clear intent behind the interest. The romance was nice, but then there was dishonesty and confusion. And again, a person that knows what they want doesn't want that. Anyone that causes confusion in dating, walk away. If they are confusing, that means they are confused. Just walk away. And that's kind of what Corey displayed. So what will be my advice to him? For one, learn to listen and learn to communicate. Be receptive to what people are saying to you. You know, just listen and take it in and determine whether or not you really feel like that's true or not. Get some people you really trust and you value their opinion. Like, again, I think it's great that he can come up with great dating ideas, but another thing is people want to know who you are. You need to be able to communicate who you are and communicate what you're doing. There was the dating incident. He said that his parents help vet the people that he dates, and that's why he wanted the ladies to meet his parents. He should have just communicated that. You know, just say, you know what, I like for my parents to meet people early on because I want you to know, I want them to see what I may not be able to see. That's all he had to say. It's simple, but he wouldn't answer the question. You know, it's just, there was confusion. You don't deal with confusion. It seems like he has a hard time being vulnerable, so work on your vulnerability, and that takes healing. You have to heal. You have to feel like you can safely be vulnerable with people. Aisha is someone who does that well. She's vulnerable enough so that you know that she's human and that she is a person that is emotionally available. No one knows if you're available emotionally, which is scary for a woman. That's a turnoff. That's, you know, that's a red flag, because I don't know what your intentions are, and I don't know if you're going to hurt me. I don't want to give you my heart and you misuse it. So I think that's something that needs to be understood. The other thing I would say to Corey is get some direction. Be intentional. What really do you want in a relationship? What type of woman are you looking for? What type of relationship do you really want to have? I know on his conversation with Crystal, he said that he wanted a friendship, and he wanted a, what did he say? He wanted a friendship and a ride or die. Okay, so you want to start with friendships. Communicate that. Communicate that friendship is important to me, and act in that way. But kind of how he was acting on the show is kind of like a player, like. So it's just like, really be accountable for your part, because I have not heard him be accountable. He has blamed everyone else. He said it's kind of been degrading. He's kind of been like, you know, you guys just don't know what you're doing, and you don't know your worth, and you don't know how to date, and you're settling. That those things aren't the concern. The concern is they don't feel like you're being authentic. They don't feel like you're communicating well, and they don't feel like you have intention. So if you address those issues and show up as your authentic self and allow a person to love you and accept you for who you are, you will go far. Okay, because I could tell that you will have a great time. You're going to show your lady a great time. You're going to let her know that she's special. You're going to invest in the relationship, and you're going to be intentional once you really decide that she's who you want. But no one knows that, because everything is just like all over the place. So I hope this helps. You guys, let me know your thoughts. Please comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed. Also, check out my podcast. It's also called Let the Ladies Speak. In my last episode, I discussed the importance of boundaries, which are very important when you're dating and you have relationships, whether it's work relationships, friendships. Boundaries are important. Okay, so take care, be well, and please, you guys, don't forget to love you for who you are. Have a great night. Bye-bye.